Now, for more on China's post-pandemic travel frenzy, I am joined by Jonathan Kao. He's BCD Travel's Managing Director in Greater China. Jonathan, thanks very much for joining us. Pretty interesting first stories. This travel season obviously is going to get a lot more attention than most. After more than a year of pent-up frustrations, and from everything we hear, China is expecting a record number of travelers. Let's talk about that first. How is that going to play out?
Yes, thanks, Sean. I think definitely we're seeing a lot of pent-up demand, and we're expecting about at least 265 million people traveling this season. I think if we look at the figures, it is the spending. It's also going to be a record as well. It is expected over $7 billion in total travel spending. Based on the preliminary data from the rail department, it looks like the traffic figures is going to be a 30% increase over 2019 numbers. And for the hotels, I think that one of the most important factors or measurements in addition to occupancy rate is the average room rate. So that measures how strong the demand and how strong the bargaining power the hotel has. So it looks like it's going to be up 15% as well. And I heard, from the Shanghai Disneyland, the suite is costing more than $2,500 and it's all sold out.
Wow, that's amazing. Now, instead of Singapore, Thailand, and Japan, people are traveling within China. Explain how that is going to be a short-term economic bonanza for the domestic economy. You talked about it a bit with the hotels, but certainly spending in rural areas and other places that people are traveling to.
Yes, definitely. So I think it is also an opportunity for a lot of the local tourism operators in China and destinations. China is obviously a very big country, and a lot of people are now, of course, not going anywhere else outside of China, so they're looking inside. And with the help of internet platforms like social media platforms like TikTok, they're really gaining popularity. People are, there are two main types of travels. One is taking the family, especially children, and also visiting places where there is promoted by online celebrity. So I think that is changing the scene of travel, and I think it's a great opportunity for investment in tourism resources within China.
I don't know if you can see our video, but we had some people eating hot pot inside a pool. So clearly people are doing some fun things right now. But COVID concerns are always present these days. What measures are being taken to protect those traveling to the various provinces?
Yeah, so health and safety is definitely a key factor. With China being one of the first countries experiencing the COVID-19 and coming out of it, it has a very full set of process, like currently we have the health QR codes, the temperature checks, the travel QR code, and also the regular disinfection. So I think people are very used to it, and with the effort of the public health service and sectors, we're really keeping the country safe, and people, the awareness is very high, and also they're willing to follow the rules. So I think keeping a safe environment for everyone. So yeah, I think the awareness is high, and also I think most importantly, the government has been putting in a lot of measures to prevent any imported case from overseas at the major airports and ports. So I think that's very important as well going forward to keep the country safe and increase the confidence of the general population.
And Jonathan, we're kind of tight on time. Just compare this travel season with what people in China endured during a few months ago during the long Lunar New Year break.
I think a major difference is the change in sentiment, and also a lot of the policies, like school has been relaxed. So previously schools have some restrictions about children traveling outside of their place of where they go to school. But now it's been relaxed, and people have not traveled for over a year. So yeah, definitely a lot of pent-up demand, and people are excited to be back on the road again.
Do you think this is the start of the return to normalcy? How can China build on this, and what would you say to other nations that may be seeing the light at the end of the tunnel in terms of finally getting through this pandemic?
Yeah, I think China is a very unique situation. We're lucky to be here, where there is a strong control and measurement against the COVID-19. We see that the summer season is going to be very strong in terms of travel as well. People are, once they're gaining the confidence, they're going to places again. So we're going to expect a very blockbuster summer as well for in terms of travel.